Raiders out of the race for four-time NFL MVP. We talk about that and more right here on Raider News Today.
The United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Welcome to the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News Today. I'm your host and your resident tribal chief, Hammer. If it's your first time in here, don't let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. Before we go into any Raider news, happy birthday to Raider legend Fred Biletnikoff, who turned 80 years old today. Happy birthday and many, many more. Let's get right into it, y'all. The Raiders are partnering up with Intermountain Health to bring together a group of Southern Nevada community partners and address mental health and suicide prevention in the Black community while honoring Black History Month. Breaking the Stigma is the name of the event, taking place today at 4 o'clock inside the Raiders headquarters and Intermountain Healthcare Performance Center. The event will honor the resilience and strength of Black community while educating the importance of mental health resources. Participating in the event will be Raiders players, alumni, Raiderettes, and executives, as well as executives and mental specialists from Intermountain Health. Intermountain Health will greet and mingle with guests in attendance and participate in assembling personalized Find Your Anchor designed to inspire, soothe, and offer support for people that need it. This event brings together two organizations that share a joint commitment to the community and are involved in programs that work towards improving community engagement and better health outcomes. Definitely huge props to the Raider Nation, huge props to the Raider organization and Intermountain Health Performance Center. Great event for a huge cause and bring a lot more awareness to mental health and suicide prevention, something that's a very, very serious issue within our country. We move on. AFC West has been arguably the toughest division to compete within over the past two NFL seasons. Even so, Kansas City Chiefs have consistently been division champions, but depending on what the Raiders, Chargers, and even newly acquired head coach Sean Payton and the Broncos do, per BetMGM has the AFC West favored division to win next year's Super Bowl at a plus 325 odds. Obviously, the Chiefs being defending Super Bowl champions, they're at number one at plus 550 odds. The next closest team in the division is the Los Angeles Chargers at plus 2,000. Look, we have not done anything yet as the new league year starts next month. We could see a totally different team. We could see a lot of these teams build up throughout this offseason and definitely make this coming season what it should have been last year in being historically one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. But we have to wait and see how that goes. The Raiders are obviously inching closer and closer to the new league year. As I stated before, we're a few weeks away from the start of the new league year. This means that they'll soon be able to add free agents to the roster and maybe get back to the playoffs next year. We currently have 6 offensive linemen set to hit free agency, so obviously there's an urge and a huge need at the position for the offensive line. And obviously we need somebody that's going to keep our quarterbacks upright, whoever it is. One player that could help right now is another free agent and New York Jets guard Dan Feeney. Feeney's coming off a great season with the Jets. He was drafted in the 3rd round of 2017 draft by the Chargers out of Indiana. appeared in 15 games in his rookie season, allowing only 1 sack. His sophomore year, not so great, gave up 8 sacks in 16 games. After spending the 4 years in LA, he was released. He signed with the Jets. Rotational piece, 294 snaps and 33 appearances. Look, 28-year-old, a guy that we can plug and play on the offensive line, and it's not going to cost us much. You could bring him here for a year, 2 at the most, keep him on the cheap, but he could be a guy that is a good depth piece, again, as we have 6 players on our offensive line set to be in the free agent market. So we got to wait and see how that plays out, but we talked about Taylor Lewan yesterday, and now we have another one in Dan Feeney. Business in the front, party in the back with that mullet. I see you, bro. Definitely another guy we should consider moving forward. There have been reports out there about Darren Waller, and we're going to get into it right now. This is courtesy of Raider Scout. Shout out to him, one of the members of PlanetRaiders.com. And if you guys haven't, please subscribe to the new YouTube channel, Planet Raiders Network. Trying to be at 1,000 on the channel by the end of the week. Big Mike, Wasted are already putting up articles on the website. Definitely check them out, PlanetRaidersNetwork.com. Obviously, we've heard the talks about Darren Waller. There have been talks about him throughout this offseason. Even during the season, a lot of people, especially people within the Raider Nation, were saying that Darren Waller should be traded. He's not worth the money, blah, 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 blah. Right now, it shows that there's no intention to trade Darren Waller at this time. The team views him as a huge part of the offseason, as design schemes around him. The Raiders will listen to trade offers, but unless they're blown away, there is zero rush or idea in building to trade Waller. In other Darren Waller news, and you guys are going to get a kick out of this, Waller has come out with another rap album. It came out yesterday. The 13-track album is titled Walking Miracle. It's his follow-up to 2021's Delusions of Clarity. He released several singles during that time, including everybody's favorite, Turf Toe and Watch Broke. In a quote on Instagram, my new album, Walking Miracle, is out now. Blessed to be able to share my 4th project with the world. He also dropped the video for it. We know Waller was considered one of the best tight ends back-to-back years in 2019 and 2020 with over 1,000 yards receiving. Last year, 28 receptions, 388 yards, and 3 touchdowns after signing a 3-year, $51 million deal. Hasn't really paid dividends, but hopefully we see him back fully healthy and ready to go this coming season, but we shall see. Now the main topic of discussion that I know a lot of people are worried about and concerned about. We've had these talks for weeks, especially after the retirement of Tom Brady. Who is our next quarterback going to be? We've talked about Aaron Rodgers ad nauseum. He came out of the darkness today. We haven't heard anything, but there are things that are coming out right now. Hondo Carpenter, one that covers the Raiders. Don't know him personally. Don't have anything negative to say about him. He came out on Twitter today and said that the Raiders are not expected to show interest in quarterback Aaron Rodgers, even if a trade is an option. Look, Dave Ziegler was on with Bussin' with the Boys the other day. It doesn't seem that bringing in a veteran, or at least having to spend a ridiculous amount of draft capital, or what's remaining on Aaron Rodgers' contract, is really attractive to the front office. It looks they're looking maybe to go the route of even drafting a quarterback and letting that quarterback do his thing, maybe behind Jarrett Stidham, or maybe throwing him into the Wolves the start of the 2023 season. It's very, very interesting to see this and read this today, but at the same time, I've said this, especially after the benching of Derek Carr, where Davante Adams did take to the podium a week after that release. And the vibe that I got was Davante Adams is going to have a say, is going to have an input on who this next quarterback could potentially be. If, in fact, the Raiders decide to pass up on somebody like Aaron Rodgers, is Tay going to be happy with maybe Jimmy Garoppolo? We've heard the rumblings that he's not too keen on playing with a rookie quarterback. And at the same time, you take into consideration if Aaron Rodgers is off the board, Is Josh Jacobs going to get his bag with us now? If we don't have to spend a lot of money on a vet, what is Jimmy Garoppolo money looking like? Can we still give Jacobs an extension, or is he okay with taking the tag while we sign somebody like Jimmy Garoppolo? I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Again, if it's your first time in here, don't let it be your last. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, and smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house that Hammer built by the nation, for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is still around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. Peace, love, and positivity. I'm out.